Hello and welcome, I'm Shane Malach and welcome to another Sunday update video. This week coming to you from the beautiful city of Budapest in Hungary. This is where myself and my business partner Paul recently moved. We moved here last week. And well, this is like after being in Romania for quite a while, this is the next place that we're going to live in for a while and explore. And of course, moving here was a huge pain. That's why, there haven't been any blog posts or podcasts, or it's not much been going on for a while because we were busy moving here. And as you know, right? Packing everything up, getting everything to the new place, getting everything set up and working and so on in the new place. It's a huge pain, everybody knows. Moving is a huge pain. And of course, as I was kind of, wallowing in self-pity about how tough it was to move to this new place, I also realized that this is like the ultimate first world problem, right? I have this business that affords me a location-independent lifestyle. And the problem I have, I'm moaning about how tough it is to move from one amazing place to another amazing place on a whim. But it's true, it is tough to the whole moving thing. It's a pain in the ass, right? But the thing is, this reminded me a bit of the last podcast that we released, which was about adversity in business and adversity in life. And because it's that kind of thing, you can't have the awesomeness of a location-independent lifestyle without the pain of moving to new locations frequently. You just can't have, you can't have a combination of both, right? And in fact, the thing is that I think in many ways, back there you see the Danube, right? The Danube is the huge river that goes through Budapest. It's this big river with a strong current. And if you're in that river in a boat or swimming or whatever, there's this current that will pull you in one direction. And you can just kind of sit there and you will be taken in a direction, but you'll be moving, certainly, but you'll be taken in the direction that the river wants you to go and not necessarily the direction that you want to go. And if you want to take charge there, if you want to change that, then you have to put in a lot of work, right? If you want to course correct there, it takes a lot of work, especially if you want to go upstream. It takes a lot of effort. So if you want to have this kind of control, you have to put in a lot of effort. And I think that is what it's like in most aspects of life. There's this very strong current that will always be kind of dragging you towards average, dragging you towards mediocrity. In most cases, if you were born in a Western country, a relatively wealthy country, then you can kind of just go with the flow. And without much effort, you will be dragged towards a relatively safe, relatively, normal and very comfortable, but ultimately boring and unfulfilling life in most cases, right? You can just kind of flow into this comfortable, but rather unfulfilling life. And anything you want to do to get away from that stream, of mediocrity, is going to be a lot of hard work. And as I said, it's kind of, I see this in many aspects of life. Like I go to the gym 3 times a week and I kind of do all this hard work. I kind of torture myself because if I don't do that, the average, the kind of medium that my body wants to flow towards is this fat, lazy blob that just sits on a couch all day and eats nachos, which is very easy to do, right? If I just let go of all the effort I put into keeping in shape, I'm heading towards blob mode very quickly and very easily. The problem is, of course, that when I am this soft, big blob, it's not healthy. It doesn't feel good either. It's not, and that's the irony, right? If I stay comfortable all the time and I don't put myself through the discomfort of going to the gym, I become this blob, and my standard way of being becomes uncomfortable, right? Because I'm living inside an unhealthy body all of a sudden. And it's the same with many, many things. With a business, I think it's even more extreme because the average, the standard for a business is for it to fail, right? Most businesses fail. So anytime you're not swimming upstream, anytime you're not putting in that effort, anytime you're kind of letting go, your business will just be dragged with the current towards failure. So as business owners, we are in an especially tough position because even if you just want a slightly profitable, slightly successful business, you have to put in a lot of effort to make that happen. Now, my message for you today is really just that, I am doing this as well. I'm in the middle of a big struggle right now. In fact, with the latest big project that I'm working on right now, this has been kind of dragging on. It's been very difficult to get this to work, and we've been, we're in the middle of this grind. We're in the middle of trying to swim upstream, and we haven't quite found the way to do that yet. It's been really, really tough. But at the same time, so as I like to frequently remind people, is that I do that too. I do that every day. I'm struggling. I'm doing hard work. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'm encountering all these obstacles. I'm encountering failure and so on. And I have to keep going, and I have to keep swimming upstream. And I hope, in a sense, that you're doing the same. Obviously, it seems strange. Like, I hope you're struggling. I hope you're having a hard time. But in a sense, I am, because, as I said, if you're not working hard, then you're being pulled back by this stream into mediocrity, into a failed business, and into an unfulfilling but comfortable life. So I hope that you're doing this hard work, and I hope that you can celebrate doing the hard work. I hope you can feel good about the fact that you're doing this to set yourself apart from the mainstream, or from the mediocrity that is all around you. And I think we have to be able to celebrate that. I think we have to be able to kind of enjoy the hard work. And that's something I've noticed as well. When we were moving, didn't have internet access for a while. I didn't have my computer set up. I couldn't do any work, and I really missed the feeling of being able to put in a good day's hard work. Right? So it's really something you can celebrate. You can celebrate the results, obviously, but you can also celebrate the fact that you're out there and doing this. And I think that's what we should do. So one last example of something that came to mind recently. So a while ago, I read about cold showers apparently being healthy, and I thought I'd give it a try. So for about 2 months or so now, I've been taking cold showers. And of course, it's difficult, basically, to get under a cold shower, right? But the thing is, what I've noticed there is that the instinct you have is to kind of want to avoid the cold water, essentially. Want to make it as quick as possible, want to get it over with, want to avoid the cold. And I feel like what you have to do is you have to embrace the cold, right? You have to embrace the fact that it's cold and it's kind of uncomfortable, especially in the beginning, but you have to embrace it, right? And you can embrace it. And I think the same is true for hard work, right? Instead of trying to shy away from it, you can embrace it, and you can be proud of the fact that you're doing this hard work. You can embrace the resistance, right? You can embrace the resistance that you're feeling and celebrate the power that you're building as you are working against that resistance. And that's something we can definitely do. So for now, I'm in the middle of this big struggle with my own business, and there will be more updates and podcasts and so on coming now that we're kind of set up. We're still not quite there yet, but we're getting there. So we'll have new stuff coming out pretty soon, and until then, keep working hard, keep going against the flow. Leave a comment letting me know about what you are currently struggling with, working hard on, and maybe some good results that you have gotten recently. All right, that's all for this week's update. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.